You are being manipulated right now, not by a person, by your own brain. Every decision you think you made freely was filtered through cognitive biases you cannot see, shaped by techniques perfected over centuries, and exploited by industries that study your psychology better than you do. This is not a theory. This is documented science, and by the end of this video, you will never see the world the same way again. Chapter 1. The Obedience Machine. In 1963, psychologist Stanley Milgram conducted an experiment at Yale University that shattered our understanding of human morality. He told ordinary people to administer electric shocks to a stranger in the next room. The voltage increased with every wrong answer. 15 volts, 30, 150. The person screamed, begged them to stop. But the experimenter, calm and authoritative, simply said, "The experiment requires that you continue." 65% of participants delivered the maximum shock. 450 volts, enough to kill. They were not psychopaths. They were teachers, accountants, ordinary citizens. Milgram proved that obedience to authority overrides personal morality in the majority of humans. 8 years later, Philip Zimbardo took this further with the Stanford prison experiment. He assigned healthy college students as guards or prisoners. Within 36 hours, guards began humiliating prisoners without any instruction to do so. The experiment was terminated after 6 days because the cruelty had spiraled beyond control. Zimbardo's conclusion was devastating. Evil is not born in people. It is born in systems. Chapter 2. The Confidence Paradox. In 1999, David Dunning and Justin Kruger at Cornell University made a discovery that explains most of the internet. They tested students in logic and grammar. The ones who scored in the bottom 12% estimated they performed in the top 38%. They were catastrophically wrong and had absolutely no idea. Meanwhile, the top performers underestimated themselves. This is the Dunning-Kruger Effect. To know how bad you are at something, you need the same skills required to be good at it. Incompetence robs you of the ability to recognize your own incompetence. Social media amplified this into a global epidemic. The loudest voices are statistically the least informed, and algorithms reward confidence, not accuracy. Chapter 3. The Beauty Trap. Beautiful people get shorter prison sentences. Psychologist Edward Thorndike documented the halo effect in 1920. Military officers rated attractive soldiers as more intelligent, more loyal, and better leaders, with zero evidence. Your brain runs a broken algorithm. It equates beauty with virtue, confidence with competence, charisma with honesty. Ted Bundy used his charm to lure over 30 victims. The most dangerous poison comes in the prettiest bottle. Chapter 4. The Repetition Engine. You do not like that song. You never chose to like it, but after hearing it 30 times, it became your favorite. Robert Zajonc proved the mere exposure effect in 1968. Your brain confuses familiarity with safety. Coca-Cola does not need to tell you their drink is good. They need you to see their logo 5,000 times a year. Political propaganda operates identically. Repeat a claim often enough and the population begins to believe it, not because they evaluated evidence, because familiar feels true. Chapter 5. The Manipulation Toolkit. Robert Cialdini proved the door-in-the-face technique in 1975. Ask for something absurd first, get rejected, then ask for what you actually want. Compliance jumps from 17 to 50%. Car dealerships use this every single day. Tversky and Kahneman documented anchoring bias in 1974. The first number you see hijacks every number that follows. A completely random number on a spinning wheel changed people's factual estimates by 80%. Every price tag, salary offer, and court settlement exploits this. The sunk cost fallacy keeps you trapped in relationships, jobs, and investments that are destroying you. You stay not because the future looks promising, but because you already invested too much to leave. The Pentagon spent $100 billion on the Concorde knowing it was failing. They could not stop. Chapter 6. The Captive Mind. Stockholm Syndrome rewires your nervous system. When your survival depends on one person, your brain reclassifies them from threat to protector. Patty Hearst was kidnapped, and within weeks she was robbing banks with her captors. Gaslighting attacks the one thing you cannot function without: your trust in your own perception. The pattern is always the same: deny, trivialize, redirect, isolate. 74% of domestic abuse victims report systematic gaslighting as a core weapon. Learned helplessness, discovered by Martin Seligman in 1967, is perhaps the most terrifying of all. When organisms experience repeated uncontrollable negative events, they stop trying to escape. Even when the door opens, the brain chemically surrenders. Serotonin drops, dopamine drops, motivation becomes biologically impossible. Totalitarian regimes weaponize this deliberately. Chapter 7. The Digital Prison. Your phone is a manipulation machine. Dark patterns documented by Harry Brignull in 2010 are user interfaces designed to trick you into decisions you never intended. Amazon named their deliberately confusing cancellation process Project Iliad after the epic that took 10 years to finish. Every notification, every infinite scroll, every autoplay video was engineered by behavioral psychologists to keep you inside the app. You are not the customer, you are the product, and the product is being optimized. The Bandwagon Effect, proven by Solomon Asch in 1951, shows that 75% of people will choose an obviously wrong answer just because everyone else did. Crypto bubbles, fashion trends, and political movements all run on this same engine. The defense: knowledge is the only shield. Every bias documented in this video has one weakness: awareness. Once you see the mechanism, it loses most of its power. Question authority figures who ask you to abandon your judgment. Separate beauty from virtue. Evaluate every decision by its future value, not its past cost. Set your own anchors before someone sets them for you. Document your reality when someone tries to rewrite it. You are not immune to any of this. No one is. But the person who understands the game is infinitely harder to manipulate than the one who does not even know they are playing. Your mind is the most valuable thing you own. Protect it.